Okay, all right. I know you saw the title of the video and you're like, oh, but Cristiano Ronaldo won the Euros and Pele scored more goals than anybody else. And did you see that documentary about Diego Maradona? He's amazing. And yeah, okay, fine, I hear you, but still, he's not the best of all time. It's this guy, Leo Messi. Well, his jersey, not me, even though we all know it's me, right? Anyway, for the sake of argument, I brought in somebody named Monti. I think you've heard of him before, you've seen him before. He's gonna bring a little bit of balance so that this isn't overly biased. So Monti, why don't you come in here?
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
So I am Argentinian, so I am gonna be biased, and I'm gonna agree with you, but I know there's gonna be haters out there, just like you're pointing out. So we're gonna bring out some different names here. Some other
Why do you have a
players.
stick mic? And
Because I'm asking the questions, so don't interrupt me. Man, okay.
I'm not gonna use the big mic though.
Yeah.
I got to.
Yeah, you got the little mic over there.
Yeah. It's
Because
just-
you use your hands a lot more,
Well-
and I need something to hold.
There is a Conrad curse with little mics. Big mics.
Moving on to our Messi comparisons.
Yes.
We're gonna list out some players. You're gonna argue as to why these players are not as great as Lionel Messi.
So players he gets compared to a lot.
Exactly.
I see. Okay.
Exactly.
So
So we're
this,
gonna.
this list is in your head. I
This
see.
list is in my head
Okay.
that I've seen online. First off, let's start off with the Brazilian legend Pele.
Pele. How do you? What?
Pele. Pele.
No, I think you say it right. I just, as a gringo, I've only heard Pele.
Pele. I think most
It
people
doesn't
know.
get any wider than that, Pele. Yeah, I got to see Pele play once, back when he played for the Cosmos on turf in a baseball stadium. So, with regard to Pele, is how I try to say it, like a morph of how you really say it, and how it's probably properly pronounced in my gringo-ness.
Okay.
I think the biggest knock against him is that he didn't go over to Europe. If he'd gone over to Europe and dominated and won European Cups at that time, which is the Champions League now, and all that stuff, I think it would have been irrefutable that he would be the best of all time. But since he doesn't have that, and he only played at Santos for his whole career, for most of his career, then it just works against him. And we don't really know how he would do against the world's best. However, saying that, in international competition, he dominated. But I just feel like at a club level, he didn't show it against the best on a week-to-week basis, right? Every 4 years, he showed up.
And
but
as a defender, do you think it would be easier to mark Pele than Messi in today's game?
I want to say that I can't say for sure because I didn't see Pele play at his prime. I got to play against Messi, so that helps inform my opinion of him. But I just feel like the modern game is a little bit more difficult. I feel like the defending back then was very like, okay, I'm gonna go defend Pele. And they just dive in. There's no nuance, there's no team defending. It wasn't like they were defending in groups, 3s and 4s, and learn how to stack up and how to press on one side. It just felt like, okay, here we go. I'm gonna do my best. And then they just dive in.
It was a cartoon back then.
It felt like it in some ways. I do believe that Pele had the athletic ability and the IQ to have a ton of success in the modern game. I just don't know if he would have dominated like he did back then.
Okay, well, let's move on to another Argentinian that he compares to a lot. Maradona, however you want to pronounce it.
Okay, I'm not gonna get into the pronunciation game there, but I will say that if Messi did as much coke as
buddy,
Diego did, then I feel like he would have won one of those 3 finals.
As an Argentinian, that hurts.
Why should it hurt? It's true.
It's true.
He did what he had to do to have
it's
success.
True, but it hurts. But continue.
He went to 3 finals in a row with this country. Copa America, World Cup, Copa America. If he had done some coke, I'm pretty sure he would have won one of those finals, and I think people would have been off his back, and then he could have compared to Cristiano Ronaldo. Also, we need to probably talk about supporting players. You know, when you watch that documentary, when you hear about the 1986 World Cup, it was very much that Diego kind of just had a bunch of farmers on his team, and he like carried them across the finish line. I don't believe that. I think he had a great supporting cast. He had guys that stepped up and scored big goals as well. They just don't get a lot of the credits or plaudits that they deserve. Messi was very close to being there as well and doing the same. So I don't know. It's a real thin line between success and failure. But I think that the whole coke thing is the reason why.
That hurts. That hurts. Okay, let's move on to another player that he gets compared to a lot, and we're moving up to Ronaldinho.
Yeah, good one. Yeah, what I'd say about Ronaldinho is that the peak of his career wasn't very long. When he was at his very best, I would like to think that all these players that we've mentioned, or will continue to mention, would say, yeah, there's no denying that he was the best in the world. But he only did it for what, 3 years? Yeah. And these other guys have done it for so much longer. And I think that rules him out of the conversation. As sad as it is for me to say, because I'm a huge Ronaldinho fan.
Ronaldinho, you're out.
You're out.
We're gonna move on to a guy who gets compared to all the time with Lionel Messi, and that's Cristiano Ronaldo. You mentioned him earlier. Why is Messi better than Cristiano?
Okay, so right off the bat, I'm gonna say that I'll defer to his greatness because he has willed himself to all these achievements that he's had in his life and in his career. His desire, his dedication, his discipline to be the best is unmatched, and I don't even know if Messi can match him in those areas. But as a player, Messi's just better for me. He does more things, he's capable of more. Technically, he's better. Ronaldo has to work towards those things, and I feel like Messi just has those things. And whether that's fair or not, in some ways, and I've argued this before, we should probably be more into Ronaldo because at one point he was more like us, whereas Messi, you're just like, I'll never be that guy. I'll never be him. Now, people will be like, but he won the Euros with Portugal. Listen, he got subbed out in the 20th minute in the final, and then they went on to win without him. Yeah, sure, he was coaching on the sideline and batting moss off his face, or whatever the hell he was doing, but Messi got the 3 finals in a row, unfortunately didn't win any. But that's how close it was, you know, and it's not like Ronaldo actually got them to the finish line. Now, I will say that he helped get them to the final, but Messi got to 3 straight finals too, so I don't know. I just don't know if that's as strong of an argument. Now, Ronaldo will always have that, of course, and Messi currently doesn't. But if you look at him, pound for pound, Messi's just a better player. You know it. The stats back it up too. I don't even want to get into the stats. I just feel like you can see it. And all the top players in the world, they always defer and say that Messi's better. You don't hear a lot of the top players say that Ronaldo's better. You rarely hear that. I heard Rio Ferdinand say that, but he was his teammate for many years, so of course he's going to back his teammate.
Bias.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't he be? But when you have other players outside of it, like, yeah, Messi's the best.
Yep.
Virgil van Dijk, the best defender in the world, is like, he is the biggest Messi fan.
Yep.
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk's the biggest Messi fan. How can we say otherwise? That's just one of many arguments that I have. Also, I just want to say quickly that I don't even think that Cristiano Ronaldo is the best Ronaldo of all time. I think that R9 Ronaldo is better than Cristiano Ronaldo.
Are you just saying this because he's Brazilian and I'm Argentinian?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that, and I'm sure actually that this is more controversial than me saying that Messi is better than Ronaldo. What Ronaldo has, R9 Ronaldo that is, he made the game look easy, and I should have said that about Messi as well. He makes the game look so easy. He breaks down teams and players and goalkeepers like they're nothing, and these are some of the world's best players. We just saw it in the Atletico game, where he's going against one of the best defensive teams and best defensive coaches in the world, and who have one of the best goalkeepers in the world, and he breaks them down and passes it into goal. It's just what? You don't see Ronaldo do that. You just don't see him do that. And I feel like R9 Ronaldo used to do that as well. And he could break you down in so many different ways. He was two-footed, he brought other people into the game. And I just don't think we'll see an R9 Ronaldo. We're definitely not gonna see a Messi again. It's never gonna happen. But I feel like we could see another Cristiano Ronaldo. I really do. I think we can replicate what he's done. Not that that's a bad thing because he's worked so hard to get it, but I just feel like there's gonna be somebody like him in the future. And that's why Messi is so unique and special, and for me, the best to ever play.
So you heard it here first. The best player in the world is Argentinian. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we can be friends.
We were friends again.
We're friends. All right, I'm sure you guys are going to have your own thoughts on the matter, so let us know what those are in the comments below. And we thank you for watching. Later. Pele.
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 Pele.